Young cyclists in bright lime jackets with grey reflectors and first aid bags strapped to their backs pick their way through cars and pedestrians in Kaelo. This is Sizwe Nzima's medicine delivery business, Iyeza Ezpress, a business which has earned him a place on Forbes magazine's prestigious 30 under 30 list as one of Africa's best young entrepreneurs. We caught up with him. Kaelo, one of the largest and fastest growing townships in Mzansi, home to Sizwe Nzima, a 21-year-old entrepreneur who owns Iyeza Ezpress, a courier company which transports medication to his community members. Kaelo is a partially formal township situated in the Western Cape, home to over 1 million people. There have been many new developments in Kaelo, one being the creation of a central business district. Sizwe Nzima is a young and very charismatic entrepreneur who's using his business acumen to uplift his hometown.
I've always been close with my grandparents, so most of the time when I grew up, I've lived with my grandparents. My grandparents raised me. I grew up as a very active child. Initially about me, I'm just a humble, very energetic person. Yeah, very talkative. I like interacting with people and sitting around people and just sharing ideas and just enjoying the communication.
Sizwe ebengumntana olungileyo esemncinci. Kodwa ke ndandineqhala abantwana apha eKapa bakhuliseka nzima bangamadodana. Kodwa uthe xa ene-12 wazibonakalisa uSizwe uba uzaba ngumntana orayithi. Ibingumntana othanda utatomkhulu wakhe kakhulu. Ebethi utamkhulu wakhe xa egula uSizwe angasuke ecanga utamkhulu wakhe. Ithe xa siqala uba sithatha iipilisi esibhedlele waqala ngotatomkhulu wakhe uSizwe wamane evuka esithi tamkhulu suvuka ndiza kuphathela iipilisi. Wayenza ke uSizwe loo nto yakhe wathi wangena nakum. Ethubeni wangena nakwabanye abantu uSizwe wasixelela wathi makhulu ndinesizi ndibona abantu abaninzi abadala abathutha iipilisi ndizabathuthela ndiyafuna ukubathuthela.
Le business yakhe ndiyayibona ba uthi konozama aqhubele phambili ndingavuya kakhulu ngoba umalume wakhe naye business yakhe naye uyasebenza.
Iyeza Ezpress already delivers medication to 300 clients. Sizwe has won a 100,000 Rand grant from the SAB Innovation Awards and is using that money to upgrade his business. Sizwe is dedicated to changing the lives of the people in his community for the better.
It started with my grandparents, so it started off with realizing the problem of me, Sizwe, personally, because I used to go and collect my grandparents' chronic medication. So having to realize the problem when I had to go to school, but I had to go and collect medication. You know, I used to like try and cheat the pharmacy and say, you know what, I'll come back in the afternoon. And then when I come back in the afternoon, it's like, full. So it did have some inspiration, and that I thought, okay, let me expand it and just help more people. That was at the Raymond Acumen Academy in one of our innovation lectures where they teach us how to come up with new innovative ideas by looking at newspapers, because newspapers present everyday problems. And when I read about how hospitals couldn't cope with the large increase of chronic patients and how people were flocking at hospitals and how the hospitals were crowded, this is a problem that I'm experiencing, but also millions of other people are experiencing. And I decided, you know, from that day onwards, I'm going to take the responsibility to start a business that's going to help everyone, you know, get the medication easier. Initially, the bigger picture used to be a distribution company. If you look at Iyeza, it's one closer word that has two meanings. It means medication and it means it's coming. You can use it in both contexts. As more business opportunities comes in, so we'll try and get other opportunities as a distribution company that just focuses in the local areas, because, you know, you'll find there's no distribution networks in the local areas, and that's what Iyeza Ezpress is about. But focusing, it's strictly on health access, but as a business will grow slowly and slowly.
I met Sizwe this year, January, and he told me about the idea and how he started it and wanted me to work along with him. And I said, he must give me some time to think about it. And I sat down and I said, no, this is another big thing, but he just needs someone who's going to support him, someone who has the same vision. There's always a gap in everything, but they just need someone to come up with solutions. As Sizwe has done it, you know, Iyeza Ezpress has been there for a couple of 4 years, you know, but without realizing that this can be something that you can turn into business, but at the very same time, making an impact and a change in our communities. So I would say, let us sit up and not wait for the government to, you know, we always government that, the government this, there are no jobs. Whereas forgetting that God has given us talents and, you know, gifts that we can use to sustain ourselves and be self-made at the end.
One of the key players in helping my business is the Raymond Ackerman Foundation. You know, they've been really played a key role in terms of from an idea phase into a practical phase. So, you know, but you're looking at working with Metropolitan Health, we're looking at working with SIPLA, you know, also working with the health department. So organizations are still coming now, you know. Key role, key player, the Ackerman Foundation, they've been key. And thank you to Mr. Raymond Ackerman.
uSizwe uyabanceda abantu umuntu onenhliziyo right umthetho wakhe xa uyomvela omnye umuntu ekhala ngento uyamnika into ayifunayo nakosister bakhe ngokunjalo nomama wakhe inxesha abize umama wakhe abize imali ukuthi amncedise umama wakhe
yaya ke kuphumeleleni xa ezimisele ndimane ndisitsho kuye ndithi Sizwe mntanam uzungathi ubheka phambili Sizwe ngumzukulwane kodwa ndiyamthanda ngokuba ukhulele kum.
Sizwe is just someone, I don't know how to put it. He's so passionate about Iyeza Express. He's so energetic. He loves what he does. And as a matter of fact, I'm so lucky to have him as my business partner and my friend as also.
I entered a competition, the SAB Innovation Competition, and I think it was about in October, and I had like 10 clients. And, you know, I was competing with companies, big companies, 5 years, 10 years in business. For me, winning 100,000 Rand came 6th place. That was a big one for me. And that's how I got to buy the bikes, the uniform, and buy some laptops and some other things which I'm using now, phone, to start communicating with my clients. I just want Iyeza Express to operate, whether you're on a medical aid or not, poor or rich. I just want to provide health access to everyone. And for me, I want to see myself as this young role model from the townships who's doing business in South Africa and competing in the business world. It just motivates me, and yeah, that's where I want to see myself. Maybe running 2 or 3 businesses, including Iyeza Express. This is just the start, the start of great things.
It's quite inspiring to see Sizwe taking charge and changing his circumstances, creating a brighter future for himself. With such high rates of unemployment within our country, young people have to be encouraged to undertake their own business ventures, which will employ not only themselves, but also other youths. Sizwe Nzima has done just that and made a booming success out of it.